Well, hello everyone. Look at this. Look at all this color. It's so like not just really dark black and gray color. It's like so much color in here now. It's so pretty. And revived soda tastes so bad. Still. Bang, 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 bang. Whoa, this is a weird looking gum. Anywho, hello everyone. My name is Bricky. Welcome to the 8 Ballers and the Brick House. Haha. That's not what I actually say. That's what I say when I welcome someone for my stream. If there's like a new sub on my stream, I say welcome to the 8 Ballers and Brick House because that's what the subs names are, the 8 Ballers, and we're the Brick House. It's a joke. Except for the mods. The mods are the 8th Reich because they're Nazi mods. In fact, wait, tell me, did they Interesting. So remember, I don't know how much of you have been keeping up with the new Call of Duty, the Call of Duty World War II. Oh, well, actually, let me finish my intro first. Welcome to Fireside Bricky. This is the series where it's a bunch of just long-form commentary. We just discuss and talk and discuss and talk, and we just talk and talk and talk with all live commentary, no cuts, no edits. All mistakes are final. Go in the video, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, anyway, usually people like get food when they watch this. That's the whole gimmick, is that you watch it while you eat. What the fuck just happened to my screen? Hello? 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 But I'm playing solo. I was playing solo. Well, like I told you before, we gotta go ahead and no cuts, all weird shit that happens stays in. Stays in. Good old times. But, yeah. Yeah. Goddamn Richtofen. Goddamn you, Richtofen, speaking a lot. Anyway, what was I realizing? Oh, yeah, so I don't know how much you follow of the most recent Call of Duty game. Or the one coming out soon. But they have a little bit of controversy for a few reasons, of course. One of the bigger ones is the fact that there are what was it? It was black female soldiers on the Nazi side, which Nazis were not the most accepting of that. But I digress. Not the whole point. Not the controversy I was referring to. The controversy I was referring to is the fact that there seems to be absolutely zero swastikas in the game. And of course, this being World War II, swastikas are abundant because this is the Nazis. However, I do notice this is that I'm pretty sure. Let me see this guy's. I gotta see this guy's armband. Whoops, I was crouched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stab. Can I see this guy's armband? Dang it! Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is group 935. Okay, so here's the thing I was noticing is that like this entire area, I think there used to be a lot of swastikas in here with KINO, the original KINO, and they're not anymore. They're all this symbol. I don't know, is that some kind of like Iron Cross thing? I don't know the exact name of it, but I don't see them anymore. Huh. I didn't realize that they did that for this map. I thought it was just for the new game. I mean, unless this is the way it was beforehand, which it certainly could have been, but I just don't remember it very well. But I find it very interesting. I had no idea that they did that this way. But I digress. It's not really that important. It's just something that I noticed and doesn't really matter in the sense of this video. That doesn't. Oh, now this isn't a swastika video. This ain't a video talking about them swats. Because. Dempsey, I want to keep my chips. I want to keep my chips. Don't tell me what to do with my chips. These are my fucking chips. But anyway, so here we are with KINO, of course. Widely considered one of the best Nazi Zombies map of all time. People adore this map. They think it's phenomenal. I love it, but I wouldn't call it the best. I think I put it at the bottom of my top 5, maybe number 6, I think. I don't remember what I placed it in that series. But overall, as fun as it is not my major cup of tea. The main reason for that is a lack of any kind of new weapons or anything. And oh no, well, okay, actually they did have the Thunder Gun originally because this was the first Black Ops 1 map, but more so there wasn't really anything fun or special to do in it. Some people consider that making it complicated, but I personally enjoy the challenge of things like Origins and Gerard Crovey, however it's said. However, for this map there was very little, and also I didn't like the little crawly green dudes. The crawly green dudes basically ruin any map for me. If a map has crawly green dudes, I really dislike it. With the exception of this one. And I give Moon a little bit of leeway, because you can kind of like fly away from them and it makes things easy. But, you know. Anyway, so on this map, I had a very interesting thing I wanted to talk about today. It was kind of weird. It was actually, I think, something along the lines of, no, it definitely was not women advice. That is, Bricky given dating advice is never the best idea. Though I have been taught a few things from Papa Bricky a few times, but it's the most obvious advice now. Okay, now I feel like I'm actually just kind of teasing you with it. Nah, well maybe. Well, I guess it depends. I guess this advice could work on either people. Ain't just like, son, let me tell you about girls. You know, girls, you know, they want a man who's confident. They want a man with large pectoral muscles and abs. So lay off those chips, son, and get yourself a fine broad. And I can't talk about this anymore because it's actually hurting my throat. What the hell? Why the hell is that hurting so badly? What the fuck? Why in the world? That should not have been that scratchy. I forget. I think there was actually a reason why I wanted to talk about that, but I don't remember the exact reason. After 5 full rounds, preparing a board immediately reports all valorants. Oh, that's cool. Though, oh wait, no, it actually was a little bit. I remember now. So, coming up. Okay, so actually, it's a kind of a question that I got for a while. Now, a long time ago, I made a video called, you know, I think it's that feel one or the face one or whatever, TFW, when no GF. And it was just a silly little video based about, because a lot of people at the time, it was a long time ago, were asking me, hey Brickster, you got a lady friend, you got a grill, you get all those other terms that we use. And the answer at the time was no, because I felt like the amount of time and money it costs to be dating people, especially for someone like myself who spends so many times doing YouTube, I would be very, very bad boyfriend and would do very poor job at any kind of what's it called? Any kind of like dating thing, because I'd be spending all this time working and I wouldn't be able to do I wouldn't treat anyone very well. And so that was the main reason at the time. Though, and it kept like that for a very long time, but eventually I actually got with someone a little bit longer down, but I never told anyone about it. So for about a month ago, maybe a little bit more, I actually broke up with said person. It was rather mutual. Things were pretty okay, you know. I mean, yeah, it was sad and everything, and it was too bad, but overall, it was a mostly mutual kind of thing. It was a lot of just, you know, as fun as it was, we didn't have a hell of a lot in common, so it was just kind of like, yeah, we can be friends and enjoy ourselves, go to hang out and shit like that, but not really, you know, probably not going to be anything major going on in the future. One of those kinds of things. And the thing is that I never mentioned this to a single person, channel-wise. I mean, I had friends and family who knew about it, of course, but I never actually mentioned this kind of thing on the channel. So I think we were dating for like a little bit over 6 months, close to 7 months. And I never alluded, I think I alluded to it once on Valentine's Day, but that was pretty much it. I made like a small Twitter post, like, I'm busy today, wink, wink, gotta get at it, wink, wink. One of those dumb little things. And so there's a small like alluding to it, but I never really told anyone. And there's a couple of reasons why I did that, actually. One of the reasons why I never said that is because I feel like it's not something that I really want to bring into channel-based stuff. I mean, now, the person who I was with wasn't an industry member. She was just someone who was, you know, here in the IRLs. They weren't a streamer, they weren't a YouTuber, they weren't like a photographer. They weren't any of those kinds of things. They were just a person that I started dating around here, a friend of a colleague from work, or a buddy's at a buddy's workplace. She worked there. There you go. That works. I don't know why it was so hard to say that. That was very difficult to say. And I've noticed excessively, most specifically, of course, the people who actually do date in the industry. And dating in the industry itself is its own kind of couple worms. Like if you're gonna get with someone who's either a streamer or a YouTuber, there's a lot of stuff you gotta worry about. Like, are they chill? Like, you too cool together? If things go south, they're gonna try to fuck you over and make some kind of like exposure video or something like that. Like, you know, is she doing it? Are you or her doing it just for like fame or something? There's like things you got to worry about, right? It's just simple things, and that's why, you know, sometimes people don't like the date of the industry, which totally makes sense. But at the same time, when two people do, it's really good for business, because then you're two streamers, you bounce off of each other, and things are good that way. Anywho, though, this person was not. And therefore, I realized something, that like, if I were to share something along those lines, share the person, or if they were ever seen, or they're kind of just like, showed up in a video or something, not only would I get 1.5 million prying questions, but I know I would get a lot of people being assholes. Now, I mean, I love most to all of you. You are very good people, but there are bad eggs, as there always have been. And it is no secret, and I don't want to get all super politically correct with you, but it is no secret that especially girlfriends and stuff like that do not get treated the best when revealed to a fan base, and not just by other dudes, but also like. You know, I don't know about you, man, but women can be really mean to each other. They could be super rude and very, very, very hurtful. And that's not something that I wanted to go ahead and what's the word? Expose them to. I didn't want them to have to deal with the possibility of people being assholes. With people being assholes to someone that I'm currently with for X, Y, or Z reason. And so I decided never to tell anyone. I decided to keep them completely secret and never mention it to anyone else, and just kind of, I mean, I never said that I wasn't. Oh, hey, there's a bear in there. I never said that I wasn't, I just never said that I was, you know, one of those kinds of things. And, you know, good old Bricky here, I mean, I'm sure, you know, he's a strapping young lad, but he's not a, you know, now everyone considered that, everyone probably imagine would have said like, hey, yeah, I am, or yeah, I'm not, but I did not, haha, you've been fooled. And honestly, unless the person is in the industry, I probably won't. It really taught me a lot of lessons, I think. One is a major amount of humility, in the sense of when you have someone else in the industry, or not in the industry, sorry, when you're dating someone else and you're in an industry like mine, where I put myself as a person in the forefront more so than my content. I think I do more of a personality-based thing than a I make X videos type thing. And because of that, people, people start to want to know more and more about your life. They want to kind of dig deeper and deeper into what's going on with you, or me in this sense. And while that's not a terrible thing in some sense, it can get a little bit pushy. People wanting to know more than I want to share. Please, Widow's Wine, that's Deadshot. And if I don't want to share those kinds of things, I think it'd be better to keep it a secret, because the outcome of not keeping it a secret could be a very bad thing for them. I mean, no one wants that kind of stuff. No one wants that kind of harassment and things. I mean, you know, a few bad eggs can really make it, and they deserve it too. You know, if I'm with the person, it's for a goddamn reason. You know, they don't deserve kind of treatment. Wow, these dogs have really scary sounds. What the fuck? Though it kind of got me thinking a lot about industry-based relationships and things. And now we always hear about X and Y, like, oh, this YouTuber and this YouTuber have started dating. Whoa, fucking, hey, what's up, Drama Alert Nation? And while I don't have an issue with the idea of it, it seems like it can cause a hell of a lot more harm than good. I really want that stamina up. I'm going to wait for Widow's Wine. It can really seem like it causes a lot more harm than good. Both for channels and a lot of other things. a really good example. Actually, a great example. There is, so I met a buddy of mine, not a buddy of mine, but a YouTuber. I mean, I don't really need to explain, like, I have to explain who he is. Most of you know who he is because he's almost hitting 1 million subs. You guys know Matt. I met him originally at Summer's Con, like in person, way back then. And after meeting him and stuff, like, I mean, I was a fan of his content, so I really liked the stuff that he made. I thought he was a really funny fucking YouTuber. He still is, you know. I still watch his stuff a little bit less now. I noticed that when you like really start to know somebody, you watch their videos less unless their videos are like really, really good. I don't know why that's really the reason, but I mean, fuck. I guess that's just the way it is. I don't know. Actually, that's a really good point. I noticed, like, originally my friends don't like used to watch my videos for the hell of it, but they don't watch them anymore because they just, I mean, they're my friends, you know. I mean, if they're just watching a personality YouTuber that I'm trying to be, then I guess there's really no point of watching me because they're just seeing the same guy I've already been. But anyway, I met him and started talking to him around, I think, 50,000 subs. That's give or take when I started speaking to him, but. You know, since then I've been in a few videos that he's been in, and I've been many of mine, and you know, sometimes I get those messages in the P.O. box where like, yeah, I found you through that one video from Matt. Generally it's the Edgy Timo video. I don't know why. I guess that was just a really good moment for me. But then immediately the people who specifically are assholes will try to discredit your success by saying, oh, you got where you were by X person. You got to where you were because of that one person. And, you know, collaborations are, of course, a great thing. And they are helpful for many people. However, I'm just gonna say it right now, and I'm very sorry any up-and-coming YouTubers who think it works out as very much. Collaborations don't do fucking dick for your channel. They just do not. You get maybe a day or two of new subs, like maybe double the amount of subs maybe that you would normally get on one video or on one day. Oh, unless you're a really small YouTuber and a really big YouTuber works with you, you would get a couple, and then it's over. In like 2 days, it's over. Because that's where the majority of the views come from. The first 48 hours. So it is over ridiculously fast. And let me just tell you, collabs don't do jack shit. But they'll immediately start to try to discredit you as a person for doing so, saying you got here because of X, you became famous because of X, and you see that the most in relationships on YouTube. Now, like I said, I don't want to be like act all like PC and like try to be all pandering or anything like that. But it is generally more true that gals on girls, grills, and oh, damn, there's one more word that kind of sound like grill. I forget what it was called, but you know, those any kind of female streamer or YouTuber who generally, I mean, there's fewer female streamers and YouTubers than there are male ones. And because of that, generally they have a smaller audience than the male one. And so a lot of people will assume that because they actually have the audience or their audience is growing, it's 100% because of X person they're dating. And it really isn't. Now, I mean, of course, like I said before, it is a very nice boost. You know, it's definitely quite nice. But if you honestly think that any collabs like that really legitimately make that much of a difference, you're dead wrong. It just straight up doesn't. And I sure as hell wish it did, but it just does not. Oh, dang. Okay, Dempsey, relax now. Okay, if I buy this, do I get, like, more? Oh, no, I don't. Dang. Shit, where's it going with this? Oh, yeah, but they'll use that idea as a way to discredit you. Hey, what's up, man? They'll use that idea as a way to try to discredit you and your success. Now, anyone knows that if you want to maintain a successful channel, is you gotta upload consistently. You've got to go ahead and work very hard. It's sometimes having new ideas, and sometimes you don't have to have new ideas. Sometimes it's just doing ideas decently. You know, you don't need to be new and original. I wasn't, but if you just do videos that you think are enjoyable and you think you're doing well, then I mean, hey, it's just how it goes. Oh, speaking of, totally off topic here, but if you're on the second channel and you're wondering where Subnautica Sunday is, I had issues where it was crashing a lot, so they'll be later in the day today if this was uploaded on Sunday. So they'll be later in the day today, and then we'll do the other one on Monday. Totally don't know why I needed to say that, but I felt like I wanted to mention it. But yeah, that's the whole deal. Is that they try to discredit you immediately afterwards, and it seems like they always want to rip the kind of fame and stuff from the other person, even though they're not only do the people saying that to them obviously have no idea how YouTube works, because they very obviously are not doing it themselves, or else they wouldn't be saying such stupid shit, but they also just want to do it in a malicious way to discredit, and that just, it's not something I want to have to deal with. It's not something I want to. I deal with it occasionally. I actually had one person tell me that I'm only here because of Trin Immortal's video where the two of us were fighting each other in For Honor. I was like, wait, what? Hello? But you'll find it to be in any possible way, and it happens in relationship between YouTube streamers super often. And I didn't want to subject my significant other to that at all. It just seems very, very disappointing and not fun. Like it's not fun for them. It's not fun for me. I don't want to have to deal with it. They shouldn't be exposed to it just because they're in my life now. Like, it's not. I don't like it. So that's why I didn't mention the whole thing. But it's an ongoing problem I notice now. Any possibility to discredit someone for whatever reason, because you were made by this kind of person, which is not. It's just such a stupid idea, because anyone with a brain who understands how YouTube works won't think something like that. You just don't, because it just doesn't work that way. It simply does not work like that. And so the entire argument's flawed and discredited because it just doesn't happen that way. And it's one of those things where it's like it's only people who actually watch but don't actually they're bystanders. They look from outside. For a while, people. There's a couple examples, but like people thought that that Dungeons and Dragons players back in the day were like religious cultists. And the people who were playing it were like, no, if you'd like to play, we can show you. No, you religious cultists. Or sometimes people think that actors, like major actors, just have a really easy time. They just they just gotta pretend to be someone else on camera. And they got billions of dollars, completely discrediting every single bit of work. And it's the same thing with here. It's funny because I always see this. Like, actually, a great example is when some people are talking to large streamers. What's the biggest streamer out there? Like Lyric or Summit or something. We'll go with Summit. You see people like trying to piss them off on Twitter, and about how when the guy streams like fucking how long, like 7 hours a day, give or take, or some ridiculous like amount of time, and the fallacy that streaming is an easy job is so silly. Like, streaming is so fucking tiring, dude. It is so difficult. You gotta maintain composure for 7 hours. You have to like almost never stop talking for 7 hours. Like, hell, I feel exhausted after Fireside Bricky because it's 40 minutes of straight speaking, of just rambling words. And then when you do streams, it's like, for me, it's around 3 to 4 hours, which is really long time. And then for myself at least, but the guy's going like 7 hours, just never stop speaking. And there's all that work that goes into it, like setting up the stream, having the computer set up correct, keeping your settings right, the microphone, the webcam. There's just so much that goes into it. And think about doing it like every single day. Like, just because you play in video games don't mean playing video games are easy. It's like, I make videos about YouTube about video games. Like, well, it seems like that's just saying it seems easy, sure, but like, fuck, man, the amount of time I spend editing, the amount of time I spend, goddamn recording, consistently recording when my things go wrong, or having to re-record when things go wrong, spending hours doing that, hours in the rendering, hours in the uploading. Like, it's such a. I mean, anyone who can understand that maybe just because you're playing games 80 hours a week, playing games, still not easy. It's still a lot of fucking work, and that's not something I like. It's not something I like at all. Or not saying that, no, not YouTube. I like YouTube and everything like that, and streaming and all, but you always just have those kinds of people. Though the funniest part of them all is almost every single one of them who do that have some kind of bio like up and coming Twitch streamer in their Twitter description. It's always fucking hilarious. Like, oh yeah, that's a smart idea. Oh yeah, you get your channel going by like insulting the largest streamer on the platform. Oh yeah, man. Oh, Darwinism awards are being handed out left and right. That's a very intelligent idea right there. Like, are you fucking dumb? It's kind of hilarious in that sense. And then of course most of those times those people will quit and say fuck that, fuck the streamers, fuck the community, it's awful. I left it because the community was terrible, and you know how dare those people try to treat me this way. And then you laugh your ass off from my point of view because they obviously have no idea what they're talking about, and then you move on with your life, and it's actually quite enjoyable. People like that, it's actually kind of nice. I get a lot of solace from that stuff because people like that who try to become streamers, or who say like they're up and coming streamers are always the ones that crash and burn because they have no idea what the hell they're doing. And then you know you check back on that account. You check back on the Twitter account like a year later, and you see that the Twitter account's deactivated, never had a tweet in like 40 days, or it no longer shows their Twitch in their bio. And you get a nice little sixth sense of satisfaction because some asshole no longer is attempting to do the oh so easy job that he kept on saying it was. You know? And if this was so fucking easy, everyone would be doing it. And I mean, while there are a lot of people doing it, there's a hell of a lot more people trying to do it and not finding success, and they just can't seem to figure out why. And there's reasons, but the reason it's an easy job doesn't really work out for them. Sorry, small rant. Don't know why. Don't know why I got onto that rant. Kind of annoying. People can suck sometimes. Don't have that issue on my end too much, mainly because like I think I do a hell of a lot of work even for the average streamer YouTuber, because I do YouTube videos and streams, but they aren't stream highlights. They're dedicated videos and dedicated streams, so it's a hell of a lot more difficult in my opinion, especially when you have all these different kinds of content like so you want main guides and shit like that. I don't know. I'm obviously tooting my own horn here a lot, but I feel like I have a very like I give myself more work than I need to. I could probably do less work. I probably don't need to do this much, but I do it anyway. It's all because of Loot Crate, you know? But, I figure it out. Takes time. But, streaming is actually a very enjoyable job. Such an interesting thing how it's becoming so damn new. It's such a crazy new medium, and it's so big. But at the same time, you know, everyone's trying to jump on it, and especially with the whole affiliate program now, allowing people to really have a better chance at making it big, so to speak. It's interesting. I'm curious how it's going to end up with the whole affiliate program. If you don't know, there's like you had like streamers and then you had like partners. And some people felt like it was way too difficult to become a partner, which, I mean, at the time, it most certainly was. Wow, that's a lot of blood. It was very difficult to become a partner. You need like 500 concurrent viewers all the time, like streaming like 3 times a week minimum as well. Or you had to have like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, so like you can like benefit off the YouTube. Of course, when I first started, I got the one from YouTube. That's how I got my sub button. And now, if I play League, I get those concurrent viewers, but if I play, any other games, I generally get around 2 to, more like 275 to 300, like PUBG or Dead by Daylight or things like that, depending on what game I play. I actually pulled decent numbers on Overwatch. I had a really good time with the Overwatch stream. But affiliate program is a smaller program used for smaller streamers who aren't quite there yet for Twitch to basically still get money from them, but have to spend less time working for it. Originally it was they can now accept bits. You can now donate bits to affiliates, which is awesome. But then they made it so that you can actually donate, or not donate, but they gave them sub buttons. And so you can actually subscribe to them. I think they have like only a few emotes though. And I think they can only use subscriber tier 1. If you didn't know, there's like 3 tiers of subscribers now. There's a $5, $10, and $25, at least for myself as a partner. But the rest of them, I think they can only do like 5 mans, or five mans, $5, you know. But yeah, it's just the way it works. I'm going to ooh, blast furnace. That's not very good at all. Not my favorite. I gotta get out of here quickly. Thunderwall's all right, I suppose. Bang. Rest in peace, doggo. Come, doggo. Aha! There you go. Whee! I'll take that. Oh shit, what the hell? That was a weird sound. Bang. Bang. Whoa, hello. So, yeah. So that's what the affiliate program is now. So some people are able to go ahead and get those nice new sub buttons and stuff like that. So it kind of lets you get a little chance to build your community up a little bit more. Which actually kind of interesting. A lot of people had a little bit of an uproar about this whole thing. They were really upset about the fact that they got the sub button. I think it's one of those like I slaved and tried for the longest time to try to get a sub button. I know I earned mine, and now it's just being handed out for free. That's generally what people think. Or that was the main argument for it. And I mean, I understand where they're coming from. I disagree though. I mean, if you know, this is just more a chance to show that, you know, people deserve to spend money on you and not them. You know, show why you're worth it. Show why you're worth it. At the same time, though, I do have to understand one aspect of it, which that is actual competition. Some people, especially younger people, don't have as much money as some others. And because of that, they would only want to sub to 1 or 2 people. Or they have the Amazon Prime free sub. And if that's the case, then, you know, maybe they want to spend on someone else. Like, it's competition. Competition is healthy, but it is still competition. More reason to show, you know, to grind that out and let yourself, you know, why are you the best? Why are you the best? Why should I spend the money on you and not some other person? I get the competition thing. I have no issue with it because I have my own benefits because it's Twitch and everything. But I get it, you know, I get it. I get it. I disagree with it, but I get it. Natural human reaction, you know. Anywho, that's kind of the affiliate. Why did I get on the top of the affiliate program? I don't really remember it anymore. It's a weird conversation having today. I'm like segueing off to a bunch of different kinds of stuff, moving from the whole girlfriend thing to getting my girlfriend. Moving on to good old like streamer relationships and things like that, and moving on from there. Interesting kind of thing going on. I'm kind of curious as I talk a hell of a lot more about industry in these videos than I used to. A hell of a lot more actually. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a bigger deal. Maybe because as I'm getting older, it's more of a bigger deal than just looking into the insides of my life. Maybe because I've already repeated everything that I talked about with my insides of my life beforehand. Maybe I've already discussed everything that I need to discuss like that, and I just don't need to talk about it as much. I don't know. There could be many reasons. Could be many reasons why I'm talking about industry so much more often. I mean, I'm not quite sure if girlfriend advice is the best thing for me to do. Not the best, you know, relationship advice, Bricky, going on here. Actually, I will give you one nice bit of relationship advice, a really fucking good one. The one that I've used for a while, and holy shit, does it work. You'll be able to fuck any woman you see with these 3 easy steps. No, but seriously, one of the things that my dad taught me a while ago, very good lesson from Papa Brick. If the argument, I think I may have mentioned this before, but if the argument is more, I'm saying this from as a her standpoint. This can of course apply to anyone, whether it be a dude with a girl with a dude, or, you know, any kind of a girl, dude, you know, whatever. It's any relationship really. If the argument is more important to her, I say her because that's my case. If it's more important to her, let her have it. Simple. If the argument is more important, if she finds it more important that this is something that means more to her than it does to you, let her have it. Let her win the argument. Either apologize or say, you know what, you're right, I didn't know, whatever X reason, whatever it is, I'm sorry. And you may deep down think that you're right, and hell, maybe even know that you're right, but it's not about that. It's about being able to show restraint and realize this is more important to them than it is to you. It probably is. But that being said, and I know it's a little bit of advice, I'd say. It's helped me a heavily amount in the past. I've noticed if I've ever gone into like I don't get in many arguments, but if I ever did, I was like, I realizing kind of like, you know, yeah, we'll do this. Even for small arguments, like fucking where do you want to go to dinner? If the two of you are trying to decide on something, and you know, like, and you know, she really, really wants to go somewhere, and you really, really want to go somewhere else, but you're just like, you know what, this seems like more important to her than it is to me. Go to where she wants to go. You know? Now, I mean, I always, in any kind of relationship, I think should always be not a symbiotic, that's kind of a weird name for it, but more of a, how you say, equal relationship. Like the whole double standard of like dude should pay for every single date is kind of dumb. I pay for the date because as a friend I would do that. As someone I would pay for it anyway. Like if I was treating a buddy of mine or like a friend or a colleague, like if I meet people down, I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con very soon. But if I meet people, like I'm gonna go and treat them, and I'm gonna like, if we go to dinner, I'm gonna try and buy them dinner. I'm gonna try and buy them dinner. They'll probably try and buy me dinner, but like, you know, it's a thought. If I feel like if you go, it's like, yeah, let's just go Dutch. Like it's not a terrible thing, but you ask beforehand. I pay for the meals because I just feel like that's something that I should do. If they insist on paying, then I'll let them, you know? Actually, that's another really good bit of advice. It's actually not just in arguments, but in anything. Like, if someone insists to do something, if they really want to do something, like, nice for you, and you're like, no, it's okay. And if you, like, if they keep on insisting, like, let them do it. Accept it. It may feel weird, but you don't forget, if they try to do something nice for you, they're doing it because they want to treat you like, well, they want to treat you well, but also the obvious reason of when you do something nice for someone, you feel good, right? You feel good. And if you say no, you're literally denying them a good feeling. You are straight denying them a good feeling. Like if it's like, hey man, I'll give you $20 for this thing. And you can be like, no, it's okay. You know, don't just be like, oh hell yeah, let me have that. Well, you can be like that too, depending on your friend. But if you want to go ahead and like decline once, maybe even twice, but after that, just let them. I think it's very good advice. I think it is solid advice for the situation. It's good. It's good in any kind of situation, honestly, because then they feel good about themselves. So then they feel. That was funny. Because then they feel happy, you know? Because then they feel happy. And that lets you, by just accepting that, lets you give them a nice, happy feeling. You know, it feels good. It feels really good, honestly. There was something else. There was some other, like, really good dating advice that I got taught that really worked out. Oh, this is one. This is a good one. So let's say you're being the very stereotypical dude bro. You picked up the young lady, the young high school cheerleader, and you went and you took her to like dinner, just any kind of dinner, maybe it was food, and then you saw a movie afterwards, and you paid for the whole thing, and then you take her home, and she doesn't thank you. Not because she wasn't going to thank you. Now, if she wasn't going to thank you at all, then don't date her. That she seems like a bitch. But like if you like, don't let her thank you. I mean, you can let her if you want to, but I mean, more so, you need to thank her. Be like you spent the time, the money, the gas, all that stuff, paid for the whole thing, everything. It was all you. But at the end of the day, you'd be like, hey, thank you so much for coming with me. You know, thank you for being with me tonight. Like like they were the because it's like they were the one who did all of the work, you know. Even though, let's be real, you fucking totally did all the work there. You did all the work, but then it makes them feel like really good because even though you did all that work for them, you feel like it was totally worth it. You're like, yeah, it was totally worth doing it, and then they feel like they were worth it, and then they feel really good, and then it's just you know it works out very well. I found that it works out very well. A lot of conversational stuff going on there. Very specific. A little odd, I know, but I know we're taking dang advice from me of all people, but I don't know. I think this is good advice. I think this is sound advice. I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't sound advice. Whoops, whoopsie daisy. But I don't know, like, especially because I actually know my viewer base. Hello, what the? Okay, that was a little bit weird. That was a little bit strange. All right, Mustang and Sally. Oh no! Oh no! No! What the fuck? My fucking mouse! What? Hello? Hello? Move! Mouse! What the fuck? What the fuck, mouse? Why? Why? Move! 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 Oh wait, there's no cursor on the screen anyway. Move! Move! Fuck! God damn it! What the shit? What the shit? Hello? Mouse? Move, please. Oh, there it goes. Okay, okay, there we go. There we go. What the fuck? What the okay. All right. You know what? It's a good time to end. Thank you all so much for watching this video. This just great old Fireside Bricky video. Appreciate the support very much. Hope you enjoyed yourself. If you watched all the way to the end of the video, go ahead and type in all caps, mouse stuck. Mouse stuck. Please. A genuine dick sucker. Sorry. My name's Bricky. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.